Is Normal a clever genre cocktail or just Bob Odenkirk stress walking through another big pile of bullets?
The second one. The second one. I agree the most with the second one.
Oh, second one. I'm Gen Z. Second one.
It's not Toy Story 2, so I don't give a damn.
That's not true.
It's not.
You can't play both sides of this. You can't defend this movie and not come to the rescue of your Gen Z brother because you're also Gen Z.
I don't care. It's better than Toy Story 2.
No!
Yes!
Hell no!
Yes!
Heck no!
Okay.
Yes!
I would say no because it doesn't take
Okay.
it all the way home. I'm sorry. It just doesn't.
Toy
take
Story
it.
2 does.
I would
No, it
say.
doesn't.
Stop talking about
No, it
Toy
doesn't.
Story 2. God
I'm going to
dang
end
it.
this. My answer is I think it's actually somewhere in the middle. And I don't think Bob Odenkirk walking through bullets is necessarily a negative. So I think it's somewhere in the middle.
I want to know why he decided all of a sudden at this age to start making action films.
I have a hot take
Because
on
he's
that.
great.
As Better
Because
Call
he's
Saul.
shut.
Yeah, he's
You
great
know
as
what?
Saul Goodman.
Okay.
He
he's
wanted to get on the violent side of that. I mean, he was
I
tired of
guess.
sitting behind a desk.
And it's a well-made movie, so I'm just wondering. So is the Nobody franchise.
I love the Nobody franchise. Love it.
Normal is quite different from Nobody, though.
Yes.
I just wonder
completely
how
agree.
much of Bob Odenkirk is in it and how much is a stunt double. Because he is on, what is he, pushing 60-something?
60, 70, 6'7".
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
But how old is? Let's just look real
Let's
quick.
look at how old is Bob
How-
Odenkirk. Take a guess.
62.
58.
63.
He was born in 1962. So how old is he?
63.
Damn.
Right? It doesn't say it on there?
No, it just says his.
Oh, we need to use a calculator.
I
No,
don't know.
64. 64.
64.
Oh, my bad. I still
One
won.
off.
I still won.
Nope, no you didn't.
Yeah, 64.
I did. I didn't
he'll
go
be,
over.
He'll be 64 in October.
Wow.
He'll be 64 in October.
We've got a lot to talk about because we cannot just sit here and talk about Toy Story 2. We're talking about the movie Normal. Starring Bob Odenkirk. And we've got to get off the Toy Story thing, guys.
Okay.
Think of another movie to compare it to. Did you start with the Toy Story 2 thing, or was that him?
That was Jackson.
Oh, come on,
That was
Jackson.
Jackson.
I'm Josh,
I'm Rachel.
I'm Calvin.
I'm Jackson.
and this is Relatively Terrible.
I love you, but you're all terrible.
Welcome back to the Relatively Terrible podcast. We are the Uploads of Fun family, and we are questioning culture with humor and just enough dysfunction to feel normal.
I feel lots of dysfunction.
Wait, normal? We're talking about Normal, the movie.
Oh.
And right away, we're going to start off. What I want you guys to do is give me a sales pitch for Normal in one
Okay.
sentence, and bonus points if you can make it sound like a tourism slogan. Gen Z, do you know what a tourism slogan is?
Nope.
You're trying to get someone to come where you are.
Come as you are, as you were.
To visit. To visit a location.
Visit a location
visit a
is a way better way.
location.
Good job, Rachel. Way better way to say that. Jackson, go ahead.
I'm not going to make it sound touristy. That
That's okay. You don't have to. It's
Yeah.
just bonus points if you
Okay,
can.
fine. Bob Odenkirk's having a midlife crisis, and there's no better way to combat depression than becoming an action movie star.
Calvin?
This, of course, wasn't normal.
Oh! Yeah, yours is better.
Wow.
Yours is better.
Rachel?
Raise them up.
Happy Days, but make it bloody and a crime ring.
I was going to say, if Better Call Saul and Happy Days
Yes, Happy Days.
added The Sopranos.
No, John Wick had a threesome
Yeah.
with John Rick. John Wick.
Okay, stop.
Who's John
So,
Rick?
If Better Call Saul, Happy Days, and John Wick had a threesome, this would be their baby, and it would be anything but normal.
Yep.
Very good.
It would be dysfunctional.
Just to let everyone know who's watching, there will be spoilers for the movie Normal, starring Bob Odenkirk. So if you want to go see that movie and then come back and watch this, please do. If you want spoilers, that might help you decide to go see it, then you can continue watching. What worked, what annoyed you, and what made no sense about the movie Normal? Jackson, go.
Henry Winkler was amazing. I loved him. I've never heard the Fonz say the F word before. And when he says it, he sounds like he's joking. So anytime he was trying to be serious, I was laughing because that was perfect. I wanted to see more of the Fonz.
Not enough Harry Winkler.
Not enough Henry Winkler. Look, though, when they blew him up,
that was crazy.
Was amazing.
It was really good.
That was it. That was my favorite part of the whole movie. When he just shoots the bomb and he just blows Henry Winkler up out of nowhere. And he's like, oops, that's not where I meant to shoot that at. And what annoyed me was the open-endedness of the couple on the snowplow. They just kind of left, and I thought, oh, this is all going to reconnect at the end, and it didn't. And I said, oh, that's disappointing.
Calvin?
What worked for me was the whole switch up thing at the bank where the other sheriff started shooting him and the whole thing with the Yakuza. Mm-hmm. I thought that was pretty cool. That was my highlight of the movie with them. What annoyed me was the whole thing with the C4.
And the gold.
Explain.
In the bank. So the C4 in the vault worked when he first told them about it, but when the Yakuza show up at the bank, they shouldn't have showed it because it wouldn't have mattered because after that, they end up killing each other anyway. Like, I don't know.
How did the Yakuza not see the C4 in the
Let
vault?
me pick up this one piece of gold. Oh yeah, we good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we good. Good deal.
Yeah.
Come on. What made no sense was the whole thing with the champagne cork. How the bartender popped it off and then hit one of the guns that was loaded and it shot one of the guys from the Yakuza clan. That was so stupid.
Shot the main guy.
Oh, it
Blew
did?
his head off.
Yeah, blew his
Oh,
head
yeah.
off.
See, that was so stupid because then it proves my point. Why did they show the C4 in the vault? Because it wouldn't have mattered. They were going to fight anyway.
Yeah,
so
it was
the
kinda
C4
pointless.
was good when Bob Odenkirk told him about it. Like, if you kill me, the C4 is going to go off. Yeah. But after that, should have taken it out. Because the dude
They
took...
didn't
Agreed.
utilize it.
Yeah, exactly.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah, one piece of gold. Not good.
They showed it when the
Not good.
Yakuza walked in the room like it was going to be relevant,
Yeah.
and then it wasn't relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then there was a piece of gold missing, remember? From
Yes.
the one couple that took it. I thought
They
that's
did
what was
miss.
going to set them off because even just one of those bricks of gold has got to be worth
Yeah.
God knows how much.
You're not allowed to talk after you take your turn because you're taking away my stuff.
Okay. What worked for me was I thought the story was good. I thought the pacing was good. Loved Bob Odenkirk. Loved Henry Winkler. And yeah, it was the fight scenes were bloody and kind of just ridiculous. And there were a number of things where we were all just like, oh, like.
It had us on the edge of our seats.
Yeah, the violence was, I mean, it probably sounds really messed up to say the violence was fun, but.
It kind of was.
It kind of was.
fun.
Like, it was a good time. What annoyed me is the point that Calvin made, where, you know, when the Yakuza come, it looks like it's going well, and then accidentally a champagne cork fires a loaded gun and just happens to blow somebody's head off. That was kind of annoying. I really thought it would have been much more interesting if they had planned an attack against the Yakuza, or even if this accident had been more believable, not just so random. That kind of annoyed me. And then what confused me was part of the ending. It ends, Bob Odenkirk leaves, he's talking to his, leaving another message for his wife, and I need to go back and rewatch listen to what he's saying, because they cut to the now sheriff of Normal driving through town, and they show him make eye contact with a new guy who looks pretty intimidating. So it's almost like they have a new Yakuza now that they're working with or something. I was confused about what happened to Normal at the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wanted that fleshed out a little bit more.
What worked for me, I loved the tone. The whole color palette of the movie was great. I love the small town where you don't know what's going on. When you're going to make this one-off kind of movie like this, it's perfect. Loved like the characters throughout the town once they go batshit crazy. The yarn lady.
She was good.
Awesome. You knew as soon as you saw a police scanner in her yarn store and Bob Odenkirk asked her about it, you know she's going to be part of the problem. And she was. The whole town is. Just spoiler alert. The whole town is part of the problem. No one said it, but they're holding money for this big Japanese organization.
Yes, it was Japanese.
Japanese called the Yakuza.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, and that was one detail I want to put. That is the best opening song I have ever heard
Lord.
in a movie ever. They used a Japanese version of Paranoid by Black Sabbath, and it worked so perfectly.
It
that's
did.
All, that's all
I'll
I want to
agree.
say.
It's great attention to detail. What annoyed me about this movie was the third act. It didn't wrap up well. Jackson, like he said, the snowplow people that were out of towners and kind of caused this whole crap storm just left. Took a piece of gold and left. And that really annoyed me because when that Yakuza guy went into that vault, and he would have known that one piece of gold was missing, and all hell would have broke loose. That's when they could have used their C4 plan.
Yep.
And they could have blown him up right there. One thing that didn't really make sense to me is the ending. When you see them in normal again, he's driving in the car, he sees this guy who looks like he could be Japanese, but you don't know if they split up the money. You don't know if there's someone new from Japan helping out. I don't know. I feel like if you took down the Yakuza at such a high level like they did, I don't think the cavalry's coming to help them out. I don't think anyone knew they were there, and I think they could have took that money and dispersed it. I want you guys to defend one ridiculous take about the Normal movie, starting with Jackson.
Normal is different from Nobody. It's not a remake of Nobody. It was much different, especially if you've seen the Nobody movies. There was a lot more. It was a lot more of a mystery in the beginning, but then it went even more ridiculous than Nobody. Do you agree? Because it felt a lot more gory.
It's a completely different story too. It's not just throwing an old man into a gunfight, which is what we talked about at the beginning. It's not that at all. Completely different story. But I think that is a dumb hill to die on because I think a lot of people are going to be saying that it is.
I think they're cousins.
They're
Wow.
they're
Alabama.
definitely similar. They're both action
That's offensive.
movies.
I think they're cousins. I think Nobody and Normal are cousins.
Okay.
Calvin, what's your dumb hill?
Henry Winkler was not that great in this movie.
Come on.
Dude, defend.
I thought it was fine. I just thought he was going to be a bigger character. But then they killed him off like that, and I was like, oh, okay, so he's
You
done.
know what? I like your reasoning. I would have liked to have seen his character more. I know, I get it. You guys made an argument. You're not going to see Henry Winkler, getting in there fighting or whatever. But they should have explained his character more in depth with this corrupt town. I would have liked to have seen that.
But he
And
just
he
got
was
killed off.
hilarious in the few moments that he was.
I mean, they probably wanted him for name recognition. They wanted to blow him up, and they wanted to hear the Fawn say the F word.
See, and I also thought he wasn't that funny in this movie. I thought the movie wasn't that funny at all.
So you have two dumb hills because it was funny.
I didn't laugh once.
Calvin's wrong.
Yes, you're very wrong.
Rachel, what's your dumb hill?
I'm debating on changing my mind, but
Oh. Well, say it.
She was going to say it's the same as Nobody, weren't you?
no, I wasn't. No, I was. I think my dumb hill is that I'm a fan of Bob Odenkirk kicking ass. Like it's hot. I don't know. Like he's 64 and he's doing all these. Like it's pretty ridiculous, but I don't know. I like it.
Dang, Dad, you got to live up to that.
I like it. And I really liked his character, and the fact that his name is Ulysses is relevant. I think that's my biggest complaint about the movie, is that a lot of things were somewhat surface level, and I wish the movie had another, it was only an hour and a half. It could have had another 15 or 20 minutes and dove a little bit deeper into a couple of the characters, but I liked it.
My dumb hill is, I think Bob Odenkirk's character, Ulysses, I can't think, he was the sheriff. He should have been the last man standing. Everyone else should have been dead.
Yes.
Agreed.
Agreed. I was going to get into this later, but I was thinking the snowplow people were going to come back. The C4 was going to explode, and they were all going to kill not only the clan, but they were also going to kill the whole town.
Yeah.
And I thought that was what was going to be.
Just want to clear up, there's no clan members in this. He meant clan as a group. Go ahead.
as a group. Oh gosh.
Well, you said clan,
yeah,
so
I know that was my bad.
and there was a lot of white people and one black cop, so I just want to clear that up.
boy.
But there was, in the beginning of the movie, he said his goal was to leave the town the same way he found it. So you knew very early on that wasn't going to happen. But I really thought it was going to be just
him standing. I wish it would have been
the
that
whole
way.
town like blown to smithereens. And so again, that's also where I was confused, because at the ending you have the one cop left who's the sheriff, but he's driving through town and there's people walking around and stuff, and it's like, didn't most of these people die in the fight? I mean, where are all these other people coming from?
You've got a town of, what was it? I think he said 1,800.
Okay.
So
okay.
the people that died were like the people that they knew about it. So they all,
anyone else who wasn't a part of it, they got killed.
yeah,
It was basically
like
everyone
the shop owners all
shop
knew.
owners.
all
But
knew
how
about
did
it.
the bartender not, though? Did you notice that?
No, he knew.
No, he
He
was
just
part of it.
he just decided not to fight. Talking about the soda jerk guy who was at the restaurant.
No, the guy who popped off the champagne
Oh no,
bottle.
he knew.
Oh, he
He knew.
Okay.
But I've got an even dumber hill that I'm gonna die on.
You're
I was
gonna
gonna say
you're gonna do a double hill.
yes. I'm gonna go double hill.
Call him Hank
I was
Hill,
gonna
ladies and
save
gentlemen.
this for the end, but Bob Odenkirk is a better action star than Keanu Reeves.
Nope.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That is a dumb hill. Wow.
I'd
Glad you
rather-
said that.
I'd rather watch Bob Odenkirk fight.
John
than-
Wick was
than
so
John-
much better.
Bob Odenkirk is a better actor. Keanu Reeves is a better action star.
Yes.
Just saying.
I don't care. I like watching Bob Odenkirk.
You like?
more.
I think you like him more as an actor, but I'll let you have your hill.
I don't care. It was fun. The action scenes were more. Again, they were more fun in Normal and in Nobody than in John Wick.
Because
in
they're
my
meant to be
personal
what's
opinion.
called campy. The violence in Normal is extreme, but they do it in such a way where it is kind of comical, which is crazy.
Yeah, I want it to be comical. When it gets serious, I'm just kind of like,
Well, then it becomes a horror movie because
Yeah.
it's so gory. It has to be horror. It's not just a regular
Yeah, I
movie.
think I said it to you the other day that, in some ways, I think Normal was even more bloody than Kill Bill.
A little bit, yeah.
But Kill Bill, the vibe is completely different. Kill Bill is dark.
Yeah.
This was not dark.
No.
Normal was not dark.
I hate it when movies like that take themselves seriously because they all, to Calvin's point, they all do kind of follow the same trope. There's going to be a bad guy. There's one guy who's going to fight him, and he's going to win. At least with Bob Odenkirk's movies, with the Nobody franchise, and now you got Normal, it's comical and it's funny.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch that. That's why I haven't gotten to watch the other John Wick movies, because I really have no interest, to be quite honest. The first one, very good. Nothing against Keanu Reeves, but I just have no interest. At least Bob Odenkirk, I know I'm gonna get a laugh.
Why, as a society, are we so into middle-aged, damaged action hero guys and quaint towns that hide something stories right now? Why is that?
Oh, because it's really
Other than your mom finding Bob Odenkirk hot, which makes my skin crawl.
Better than Adam Driver.
No, well, come on.
Oh, yeah, much better than Adam Driver.
Just answer the question.
I'm Adam Driver.
I'm in Star Wars, now I'm dead.
Baby, I know you're gonna be missing me when he's hanging over you with his loose skin and old balls. Gross.
Okay.
I'll answer that question. That's easy. Because it's relatable for people. You got a bunch of these middle-aged dads.
How is it relatable for you?
It's not relatable for me, but it's relatable for all those middle-aged dads out there who are like, I'm depressed, I'm lonely, my family doesn't love me. And now you got Bob Odenkirk in a movie kicking ass, and they're like, yes! Someone's representing us!
I was going to say, because Hollywood is repetitive right now.
Well, that's also true.
But then they would have just did Nobody 3.
They're probably going to do a Nobody 3.
I hope not.
I don't think this is a new phenomenon, actually. I know I don't watch many movies, but I read plenty of books that center on here's a small town in the middle of nowhere, and guess what? There's something weird going on. That's a very common trope. That's nothing new. You can take that all the way. I mean, you can go back hundreds of years and find stories written about small towns with weird stuff going on. But I think people are always going to connect to that because, yes, it is much more relatable. Most of us have never been to New York City. Most of us have never been to Paris. We don't give a shit about what's going on there. But small town, that normal
Hollywood.
Minnesota could be anywhere. Like that is much more relatable. And I think we're drawn to these late middle-aged heroes because Hollywood is so youth-obsessed. I'm tired of seeing Timothée Chalamet. I'm tired of seeing these young guys Jacob Elordi. I'm tired of all of them. I don't care.
The new dude who's playing He-Man.
You know, Bob Odenkirk is a good actor.
Yes.
Like, at the end of the day, he's a good actor. And so I think there's just something a little more, again, relatable and entertaining about watching somebody who's 60 in these like ridiculous fight scenes as opposed to some dude who's 20.
I'm glad you said that because we've talked about Breaking Bad a lot here. And I think that's a key component of Breaking Bad. You got Mike. You got this 70-year-old dude who's just going around kicking ass.
No one can beat him.
And no one could beat him.
Except for Walter.
I think specifically with the Nobody franchise and Normal and Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, the world, more specifically, Vince Gilligan, has discovered an incredible actor in Bob Odenkirk. And we have not had him on the screen other than in comedies for a long time. And now somebody was like, we need to get him in more movies. Well, let's do this action movie kind of thing. And it's worked out and it's evolved. And while Normal didn't have a third act, it was still a very entertaining movie. I think that's why we're so obsessed specifically with Bob Odenkirk, because he is such a great actor. He's also doing Broadway plays.
Yeah.
He's doing more stuff. He's so good.
He's also daddy.
Yeah,
Oh
a
my
little bit.
gosh.
Not really.
Better Call Saul is daddy.
I think he's just a great actor, and I think we discovered that he was a great actor in the second half of his life. And I think people are willing to write for him. They're willing to say, hey, Bob Odenkirk, what can we do? Oh, let's do this. This will be funny, and it'll be cool.
And I think he's just the evidence that we didn't need, but unfortunately I think Hollywood needs to show that, like, if you can act when you're 20, how much better are you going to be when you're 60?
Yeah.
You know, we got to stop writing off people. We need your generation to stop looking at people who are 40 and assuming they're at death's door. This is not.
We don't do that.
Yes, you do.
This is not true.
This is a societal problem that we're not going to fix right now, but it's so true.
But it is. So I'm sure Bob Odenkirk was talented when he was young, and he's only gotten better as he's gotten older.
I just want to say, old people love me. Old people.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. You
I'm
think
just
when you
saying
walk up to
Hollywood.
get communion in church and you're wearing your vest with Ozzy Osbourne on the back, they're like, that guy right there. I wish that was my grandson. No, I'm sorry.
Ozzy's not in the back. I wear my snake one.
Oh, you wear your snake ones. They're like, Satan, Get thee behind me!
I'm not. To
How
me,
do you know old people like you? Why did you even say that?
Because you were like, oh yeah,
Hollywood.
you guys. Yeah.
Hollywood is obsessed with youth and is writing off older. I don't mean.
You guys
But-
look at me like I have one foot in the grave.
I mean,
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we
You're
do.
almost 50.
it was like
I'm
this.
not almost 50!
You're close.
No, I'm not!
Listen, he's still on the.
I'm 6 years away from 50. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
He's the same distance from 50 that you are from 20.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like, think about that.
No,
Because
I think old people do like our children because they are kind and respectful, despite what people think about them online.
Yeah.
All right. Would you guys fix the mystery, make the town weirder, or cash in with fake merch from normal Minnesota? Jackson.
I'm gonna fix it.
All right, go. Let me hear this.
The final act. I think we all agree that's when it went downhill.
Yes.
Since the beginning.
When the Yakuza come and see that all to go to the vault to see their money, and they notice one brick of gold is missing, that's when the snowplow should have came in, and that's when the people on the snowplow should have come to save the day to help Bob Odenkirk, Ulysses, to take down both the town and the Yakuza.
Okay.
That's how it should have ended, and those two people could have redeemed themselves by both dying in the end.
Ooh.
Nice.
You
And
would've
it
killed
would have
him.
just been him, last man standing, and it would have ended with him getting a phone call in his pocket, and it was his wife. And it's just him calling his wife with fire behind him. That's how it should have ended for me.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion.
Okay, Calvin, fix it,
I
make it
think-
weird, or cash in.
Oh, I'm fixing it for
Okay.
sure.
Let me hear what you would do.
I
Here we
think
go.
they should have taken
And
the.
Godzilla! Sorry.
Shut up.
And Ouija from Toy Story.
Stop! No, Jackson.
I think
Jackson.
what they should have fixed was I think they should have taken the Yakuza to a fake vault that was filled with C4, and when they open the door, kick them in there, blow them up, and then the town gets to keep the money, and that's how it ends.
Okay.
They should have just killed him off. The whole thing with the champagne bottle.
That was terrible, but they did not have time to do your plan.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah, probably not.
So it had to, like, there had to have been part of the story that would have been a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, I like that, though. That's a good idea. Rach?
I want to fix it as well, but I'll say make it weirder. I think it would have been, you could have really gone crazy with this. And I think you could have more put Bob Odenkirk in the mix of this and corrupted him.
Yeah.
And then maybe he could have played maybe more of a long game where eventually he did take out the town and kept the money.
Yeah.
I don't know. There were definitely some funny, weird elements in this, and I think you could go another direction with it.
You know I'm cashing in and making some merch because
Nobody knows how to make merch anymore.
normal Minnesota and everything that happened here, you could make a shirt for each of the shops.
Yes.
And you can make them specific to the movie, like the like the yarn lady, and you can make one that said like, I lost my head in normal, I lost my finger in normal, I lost my eye in normal. I mean, it's just right there. I love the Yakuza or something like that. Like,
Needle
Yeah.
neck or
Needle-
something
yeah.
like you could,
Nail eye.
nailed it in normal Minnesota.
Yes.
or just feet and a burn mark that says "A."
Yes. Oh, that's good.
I mean,
Yes.
there's all kinds of merch you can
I
cash
would wear.
in on.
If you put that on a T-shirt, I would totally wear all of
Yeah.
those.
Better Call Ulysses.
Oh, this needs to be a thing.
Okay, now we're gonna rate Normal, the movie, on the relatively terrible rating scale, which goes relatively great, good, fine, questionable, exhausting, or terrible. Jackson?
It was relatively good. This had potential to be great if they would have ended it properly, but they didn't. Now, The mystery element I enjoyed more than Nobody. This story had potential to be better than Nobody, but the ending just didn't hit.
Okay, Calvin?
Relatively fine. I mean, I knew what to expect. Crazy gore and blood, explosions, an okay story, and yeah, the ending wasn't great.
Rachel.
I think this was good. I 100% agree with all of Jackson's comments. This had potential to be great.
I'm going to have to say for me it was relatively fine. Because it was entertaining. I liked the first half of the movie. It just did not land. And that just kind of took it to fine for me. I think Calvin and my fine are a lot different. I thought he would have said even lower than that. But it could have been a great movie. They could have fixed a couple of things. It could have been a great movie. So now, guys, let's leave the internet with one final line for the movie Normal, starring Bob Odenkirk. Jackson.
If you want a goofier John Wick, Bob Odenkirk is your boy.
Better Call Saul goes turbo.
Yeah.
You're proud of that, aren't you?
Let me cook.
You're lucky you have a supportive brother.
I liked it. I get it.
All I think when I hear turbo is the snails. Go ahead,
Yes.
Rich.
When Bless Your Heart becomes a movie. Becomes a violent action movie.
Okay. Because when people say bless your heart, doesn't mean bless your heart. It's usually kind of almost like a swear word.
And it's something like sweet old ladies say in the South.
Bless your heart.
Exactly.
Bless your
But
heart.
really what they mean is F you. Like
Yeah.
it's not, it's
damn.
never intended. Yeah, no, it's if they say that to you, it's never meant
Wait,
as a
has
good
Grandma
thing.
ever said that to us?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's what I mean, because of the way the town is, it's like that's
Bless
what
your
all those
heart,
people would
Sweeney.
say.
Bless your heart.
It's just a cover for what's really going on underneath.
Here's my one line for the internet. Normal is anything but normal. And it will satisfy your urge to watch a lot of people in a small town get murdered in interesting ways.
Yep.
So if you have that urge, you might want to seek help, but also you could watch this movie and it might scratch that itch.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
All right, so before we head out, what was good this week? What was not so terrible?
Done with testing.
Yes,
Thank
thank
God.
God.
Oh, Toy Story 5 toys started getting announced today.
Kill me.
What? Why are you guys making that face?
I mean, you're not, are you going to buy them like before you see the movie?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good.
Okay.
But when the movie comes out and if I like it, I'm not going to say anything because I'm just going to get shit on.
No. I think it's fine.
I'm going to get crapped on.
If you
Oh my God, Calvin.
Listen, if you see the movie and you like it, I support you. What I'm glad to see you mature out of is before the movie comes out
You buy every single toy they come out with.
and you rant like, oh, it's so good, and then you see it and you're like, it's so good, and then like 3 months later, it's like that movie's dead to me. So
You like Black Adam so much that for Christmas, I got you a Black Adam and Superman old school comic book. Where's that at now, Kyle?
I have no idea.
You could probably sell it for a couple $100.
Really?
Ass.
yeah.
Wow.
But if you see the movie and you like it, fine. I will support you.
It's going to be better than 4. I can tell you that.
It's gonna be worse
I think it
than
has
2.
potential to be better than 4. I don't think it has potential to be better than the original trilogy.
Exactly.
It's gonna be worse
Yeah.
than 2.
2 is good.
I think one thing that was good this week is we're now a week closer to seeing Bill Murray live.
I'm kind of hard just thinking about that.
And that is relatively terrible.